Hey YouTube, MinnesotaEric, and so today we're going to do a long overdue oil change on my Hough H80B. Let's see how this works out. Ooh. So I guess I walk off at this point and let this drain forever in a day. Get back when I think maybe 5 gallons has come into the pail and swap out the pails. All right. Let's see if we can. There we go. Oh, that's on there. Pretty. Nice. There we go. Okay. How do you sync multiple cameras? Okay, I don't know what is the best tool. Oh, frick. I guess that's the best tool. And oil's gonna come up. Wow, it is filled. All right, so I gotta go drain it from the bottom first. I did not know that, so I suspected, but I did not know. Okay, YouTube, so I decided that the best way to drain this oil reservoir, since it's not draining on its own, is to bungee cord a bucket underneath it and then open up this valve and let it drip away. Okay, then. Again, the owner's manual, the service manual, says nothing about this thing, so I think I'm going to have to manually fill it too. All right, I'll do that thing. Okay, so let's see what we got in here. How does this come? Oh, no, it does turn. Okay. That was, never done this before, and you know what? I guess it was on there tight. I just gotta spring that too. There we go. That was on there way tighter than I would have expected. Oh, I should have. Oh, wait, I got the bucket now. Oh, you know what I forgot? I want to have a bucket to put this nasty thing in. All right. It's got bleed holes on. Well, I guess it is bleeding there. Okay, that's cool. Put this in cover. Oh, different thing. And okay, YouTube, we've all seen oil filter wrenches, from the chain type to, I don't know, the grippy type to the strap type here. And the most common are the old, I don't know what we call this style, but I don't know, this round, I don't know what style this is called, but Anyway, these are the most common. And I tell you what, I've recently discovered that Leslie, of all people, has redesigned their round style types where they got, I don't know if you can see that, but they got a series of like traction or grippy stuff in here. And it's on two sides. And I tell you what, that is the bee's knees for updating these things, because the big complaint with these isn't that they're easy or hard to use, it's just that they tend to slip. But with this traction surface on here, it makes an easy to use product even better. And I tell you what, I really like them, and I'll link to it in the description below if you're interested in following me and owning some of the same tools I have. Now it's time to see if we can't these filters up. Fleet Guard 3382. Well, we're putting in Napa filters because they're made by Wix and they're better. Oh, and the valve, see that? The flowback valves failed too, I see. Because the filter drained out. Filters are supposed to have a backflow valve that keeps them primed. This one didn't fully drain out, but it drained out enough. Making a mess. Alright, now YouTube, what we do is we find our favorite flat surface and we prime the oil filters. You can kind of tell this is one of my favorite flat surfaces by all the stuff that's sitting on it. And I think I'll just let that percolate a little bit there. Okay, so having rubbed some oil on the ring and apparently spilled some oil, we're going to see how much of this I spill before I can get it screwed on tight or snug. There we go. I don't want them super tight, we just want them snug, but I got oily hands, so I normally try to do this with dry hands. There we go. That's probably good. Okay, here comes the second oil filter. Get in there. Oh, come on. Oh, let's catch the thread. Oh, I feel the goodness of start. Let's see if I can't get that tighter. Alright, that's probably as tight as I can get it. Alright. New oil filters. This old girl's got to feel good about that. It's kind of a good feeling when you're slowly fixing something that's been neglected, you know? There's a sense of satisfaction that comes from doing that kind of thing. Meanwhile, I've had the drain plug out, for quite some time on this side. And I was expecting more than 5 gallons to come out, but I guess it's not going to do it. So I thought I'll give it a little bit longer. And then I'll put the drain plug in, and then we will start adding oil. All right. I've let it drain and drain and drain. I'm just going to put the plug back in and tighten it up and call it good. Whoop. I wish I had a larger oil can, but I don't. This one's technically for motorcycles, and smaller power sport engines. Hey YouTube. All right, so I topped off the oil on the dipstick. Now I'm going to start up the machine, and I'm going to run it for a while, check for leaks around the oil filters that I did changed out, and then I'll shut it off and I'll double check the oil level, and if I need to add more, I'll add more. Okay, so one thing, I can't be certain that the oil lines and the feeding the turbo didn't bleed down, so I'm going to crank this engine over with the so it won't start. I'm just going to crank the engine over and build a little bit of oil pressure to the turbo. I'm trying to pull this lever up, hold it, and then all right, now we'll start it. Now I'm going to run around and look at stuff real quick. I have seen brand new filters separate at the bottom when they're first put on and put into service, so that's one thing you want to check for. Oh yeah, I don't use the California safe stuff. You picked up a little extra fuel there. Alright, this one's I need to get a can that's full. That seems good. All right. Filled. Okay, so let's look for oil leaks again. Found out what's been rattling. Holy smokes, that's been driving me nuts. To have fixed it. Sweet. And then the last thing we do is we write down the date. Well, let's see here. What is it? It's 15/21, and we put in 15W40 full sin. That looks hideous, but it'll work. You try to write while holding a camera, and yeah, anyway. I did a better job with the coolant filter. Okay, the penmanship bothered me. Alright, YouTube, I guess that's all I have really to share. But if you like seeing people tinker around with old machines like this, then hit the like button. And if you want to see more, then subscribe. Till we meet again, YouTube. Bye-bye. Buddy, chill. Alright, YouTube, so I've removed the valve core so I can fill up this tire. And I've been throwing the ball for the dog, so he's highly excited right now. And the dealio with these things is you don't want to be anywhere near the front of the tire when you're filling them on up. And I'm filling this guy up to 45 psi. I'm using a Milton inflator gauge. It's made for this, and again, it gives you the standoff. It's got a locking end on it. It gives you a standoff so it can be far away from this wheel in case it pops. Because if it pops, it'll be spectacular. So look it up on YouTube. It's not cool.